Hail and well met! Welcome back to the Dungeon Scrawlers Extra Life Day of Gaming. Our second game of the day is Battle at the Berserk Brewery. I'm Ben Rowe, and I'll be your Dungeon Master for today. I'm the programming coordinator of the Calgary Cinematheque, co-host of the Scream Scene Horror Movie Podcast, a moderator on the Dungeon Scrawlers Discord. I write adventures and sourcebooks for 5th edition D&D, and when I'm not doing any of those things, I'm probably preparing for or running a Dungeons and Dragons game. All day today, we are raising money for children's hospitals. Extra Life is a charity that raises money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Your donations fund critical life-saving treatments and healthcare services, along with innovative research, vital pediatric medical equipment, and child life services. And we are so grateful for everyone who donates. So, Dungeon Scrawlers has a goal of raising $3,000 this year, and right now we are at $1,265. So keep those donations coming. Before we get started with today's game, I'm going to tell you about one of our sponsors. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons and Dragons characters from popular games, novels, comics, and shows into one epic adventure, including Farida, Havilar, and Mehen from the Brimstone Angels saga by Dungeon Scrawler's own Aaron M. Evans. The game is available on Steam, Epic Game Store, Google Play, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo eShop. On the screen this way, you're going to see an Idle Champions code, which you can enter to earn an Electrum chest. And for more information on the game, check out idlechampions.com. But that's enough for me. So to tell you more about our sponsors and hopefully a little bit about herself as well, take it away, Rhiannon.
Oh, I'm next. Okay, so our two dice sponsors are in a document that is currently opening, so I'll tell you about me. I'm Rhiannon Held. I'm a professional archaeologist, and I write urban fantasy as Rhiannon Held and space opera as RZ Held. Two dice partners. North Foundry specializes in metal dice. When you roll them, it feels like you're skillfully smashing the rigid armor of the monster horde. You can find their dice and accessories at northfoundry.com. Phoenix Dice is named for the creature that rises from the ashes because they use all recycled materials. You can find their dice and accessories at phoenixdice.com.
Stephen.
Oh, thank you. Hi, I'm Stephen Merlino. You normally see me on the regular podcast, our Wednesday show where I play Sturge, but here I am playing Sister Edwina, Sister Ed, who is a brewer in her own right.
Hey, I'm Trevor Bettis. I'm the writer of Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, and today I'm playing Chard Drakesbane, who's, I don't know, kind of a jerk.
Hi, I'm Ken Hart, and I am a writer. I have freelanced for Wizards of the Coast off and on over the years. You may know my voice if you're a Doctor Who fan. I am the co-host of the Doctor Who podcast, Prepare the Time Lash, available on all your podcatchers of choice. And most recently, I was privileged to contribute to the Doctor Who Magic the Gathering set, which came out just a few weeks ago.
Cool.
Ooh,
that sounds really fun.
Oh, hello, Fuzz. There's Fuzz.
Gotta check that out.
And I am playing Holemian, an elven wizard.
Awesome. I think I'm next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt anyone. Hi, my name is May Healy. I am playing Zelly Dusk Dancer, a tiefling sorcerer. You can find me here on the Dungeon Scrollers channel this coming November on Mondays for Quadrilateral, a Star Wars RPG.
Ooh.
It is so much fun.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Is that everybody?
One more. Tori, you're muted.
Hello. I am Tori. I'm a freelance artist in Calgary, so you probably can't find me most anywhere. And I'm playing Kavari, a person who's definitely okay.
All right. So before we get started playing, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about this adventure and how it came to be. So pre-COVID, I used to run D&D games, drop-in D&D games for a gaming cafe here in Calgary, Canada, called the Hexagon Gaming Cafe. And they partnered up with a local beer brewery here for a beer tasting D&D event. So I was commissioned originally to write this adventure as something that people coming to the beer tasting event would play, and whether they were new to D&D or experienced, they could drop in, play some pre-generated characters, and try out some beers. So the adventure is set at a brewery that is brewing a variety of magical beers, and at the original event, each one of these magical beers was tied to one of the beers that this microbrewery in town brewed. So when your character drank one of the magic beers, you would try out the real beer at the table. If you want to simulate this at home, you're going to need an IPA, a pale ale, a stout, and a sour. But it is a little early in the morning for that. So we can all just pretend that's what Dungeons and Dragons is all about. This adventure also had art, maps, and character sheets and art done by a local artist named Robin Slack. And you can purchase this adventure on the DM's Guild. And in fact, all of my DM's Guild adventures are available in a special bundle if you head on over to my Extra Life page and donate $10. So to talk a little bit more about that, this game has a goal of $1,000, and the page for this game is currently at $110. So head on over to my donation page, which I'm sure a link to will get thrown in the chat somewhere, and donate to earn incentives and milestones that are going to affect the outcome of the game. I'm going to talk a little bit about those incentives real quick so you know what you can get. So at the $10 incentive, you get PDFs of all of my DM's Guild adventures. $15, choose a portal of existence. Choose a plane of existence. One of the planes of the Great Wheel, and portals will open in the order they were received. At $25 incentive, you buy a beer. So choose a player character, and they must drink a magic beer in that, the order they are received. $75, you can give a player of your choice inspiration. And if you go really all out with your generosity, at $300, you can buy a scroll of Revivify for one of the player characters. We also have special milestones that are going to unlock as the game goes on. I'm only going to talk about the first one for now. So if we hit $500, the players will find a cask of the legendary horse elixir, which has so plagued the Westgate Irregulars as to what it could possibly be for so long. So if you want to find out what horse elixir does, donate to the page. And when we hit $500, we will find that horse elixir.
Dang.
Okay, I think that does it for top of the show introductions and such. So let's get started, shall we? All right. So Yang Yang, can you bring up Roll20 Technomancer God? Yang Yang.
Actually, they said that he had to step away real quick, so we might not have that up for a moment.
That's fine. That's fine.
While we're waiting, Ben, I just want to know:
Yes.
is there an option for people to donate so much that they can send beer to each of the players?
No, we don't quite have that capacity. One day, maybe when we can, when we all have replicators in our house, Star Trek style, then maybe you can send codes so that a beer just appears in your home. Okay, looks like we are up on Roll20. So, welcome to Waterdeep, the city of splendors.
I think you have to move the cursor over to this map.
Everyone should be on the Waterdeep map. Looks like we're up there in Roll20. Just zoom out a whole bunch if you can't see what's going on.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
All right.
Ah.
So here we are, Waterdeep, the largest city on the Sword Coast. Now, you are all adventurers, and you're all part of an adventuring party. Maybe this is your first adventure together. Maybe you've already worked together. Who knows? In fact, you know. So we're going to start out with everybody just introducing their characters, talking a bit about who they are, anything you feel the audience should know about your character, and anything you feel the other characters know. Now, do you guys think that this is your first adventure together as a party, or do you think you've been adventuring together for some time? You're all level 3.
I would say Halemian's been with several of them a little bit, enough to take the edge off Halemian's I am so much better than you attitude.
Yeah, I'll probably say Char's been there for a little bit, not a long time, and like I would say for his character, enough that everyone else probably just knows to roll their eyes at Char.
Sister Ed has come to she brews for her the convent where she lives, and she's come to sample the beers in the Berserk Brewery. So she's been there a couple days, may have met some people here and found that they were decent company, and so, but only knows them newly. And anybody else want to come in as a couple?
Well, I think my character makes most sense for her to have been adventuring for a while with the rest of the adventuring types.
I would say Zelly is a new adventurer. They weren't necessarily about that life, and then it was like, ugh, I guess I'll go out and like see the world or whatever. Yeah, but it's probably maybe done 1 or 2 things with the group so far, but is a new baby adventurer.
All right.
Kavari has probably new to this group, but not necessarily new to adventuring, because it would have taken a while for her to travel all the way up from her home of Velen.
Yes, so Rhiannon is playing Bosede Otamu, who is a Chultan Beastmaster ranger. And up top here, I do want to say that the version of the ranger that Rhiannon's playing today is the Unearthed Arcana Revised Ranger, which is my preferred variant of that class. Ken is Sumnis Holimian, a sun elf evocation wizard. Of course, as mentioned, Stephen is Sister Edwina, a dwarf life cleric. May's character, Zelly Dust Dancer, is a tiefling shadow sorcerer. And Tori is playing Kavari Saltwind, who is a human phantom rogue from the city of Velen, which is far to the south of Waterdeep in Tethir. And Trevor is Char Drakesbane, a human battle master and a son of a famous adventurer. So you are all here together as an adventuring party. Where is here? Well, you've arrived at the brewery of Harbeck Toravir, a dwarf alchemist in the city of Waterdeep. His distributor, a terse man by the name of Nicholas Salomon, told you a bit about the eccentric brewmaster when you took on this job. So, flashing back to the office of Nicholas Salomon, when you met with him, he told you, well, Harbeck Toravir, you have to understand, grew up in the illustrious dwarf clan of Toravir, renowned throughout the north for their unparalleled ale. Based out the city of Mirabar, you see, Toravir ale has slaked the throats of Mirabaran miners for hundreds of years. Now, though the position of brewmaster has passed from patriarch to scion through the brewery's history, Harbeck was a little different. He wanted a different future for himself. See, he was talented with the art from a young age, and he convinced his parents after much debate to allow him to leave Mirabar and learn arcane magic, artificing, alchemy from the masters. As an alchemist, well, Harbeck became an expert in the brewing of potions, but it struck him that most potions, however useful, were awful to the taste. So, with the skills in brewing he had learned as a Toravier, Harbeck became convinced he could start a brewery and make a fortune with a line of ales laced with magical properties. So, he came here to Waterdeep, made a deal with me to distribute the beers and invest in the construction of a new brewery in the city in exchange for exclusive rights to his experimental new line of products. But the new ales were supposed to be delivered by the end of this month, and I haven't seen or heard from Harbeck or any of his workers, really, for a 10-day now. So I'm a little worried about my investment, so I'd like to hire you to look into what's happened to him.
I suppose I could tag along on such a thing.
Seems boring, but sure.
I mean, I'm not doing
Think
anything.
Oh, do you think we'll get any samples?
Oh, well, I suppose you could. If you really must know, I'd kind of prefer you did, so that when you come back to me and report, you can also tell me how the brewing's coming.
I'm in.
Mm.
I'm in.
Yeah, you don't have to twist my arm.
I would
Go,
rather
drink, come back.
I would rather drink urine.
Urine. Ah, lad.
Well, you know, these things aren't for everybody. But find out where he's got to and what's going on with him.
All right.
So,
You got any leads for us?
He sends you out to the brewery, which, if we look at our little map of Waterdeep, and we zoom way, way in, we can see is located at the end of Chop Street in the Field Ward, which is a district of Waterdeep which lies between the inner and outer north walls of the city. It's home to some of the poorest residents of the city, as well as businesses that can't operate within the city proper, like slaughterhouses and leather makers and things like that that cause a lot of smell. It's also the easiest ward to build new property in. Building property in Waterdeep proper has a lot of rules and bureaucracy around it. But in the Field Ward, you can kind of put up anything anywhere, which is why Harbeck has set up his business here. The Field Ward is also unpatrolled by the City Watch and therefore a bit of a haven for crime, which is why Salomon has hired you guys to investigate instead of going to the authorities. The muck and filth of the streets fills the air with a foul smell. It is nearing sundown, and the height of the buildings in the area has already rendered the streets in twilight. The windows on both floors of the brewery are boarded up, but the central front door is approachable. I'm going to move you guys onto our map. And if we're zoomed in at about 100%, that probably will be good. There you guys are. You guys should each be able to control your tokens. If anyone has any problems with that, please let me know. So you're standing in front of the door, which is here. And as I mentioned, the windows at the front of the building are all boarded up. The front door is really the only conventional entrance, and it bears a sign reading Toravir Ales, launching first Marpanoth, 1495. Speak to your tavern master about pre-orders. What would you guys like to do?
I mean, I really want to kick open this door. It's a door. I got a foot. I want to kick open this door.
Okay. If you'd like to make an unarmed strike against the door,
heck yeah.
Go right for it, Char.
Oh man, this is there's no way this doesn't end up the way everything does with him. Oh, actually, no, I rolled a 23.
Nice. Okay, well, that is definitely a hit. So why don't you roll me damage for your unarmed strike against this door?
I mean, unarmed strike is just for bludgeoning.
Okay. So
like, there's no rule.
Char kicks the door, and when he does so, the door buckles. There's a bit of a splintering of the wood where you kicked it, but you have found out in your own idiomatic style, Char, that this door is locked.
I mean, I assumed it was. The door doesn't... What?
Maybe try it again.
I mean, yeah, their door seems kind of stupid, so, I mean, that didn't go down the first kick. I mean, what kind of door is that? It's a stupid door.
Exactly.
Sure.
It's a stupid door, but it seems to be beating you in the argument.
I mean, I don't have arguments. I just kick things. Yeah, I'll kick it again.
I also love that instead of checking to see if it was open, we just went straight to kicking.
You're adventurers.
I'm here for... So here's the next best one is I rolled a 7 for the next kick. So Char like winds up and just kicks the wall next to it. And he's just like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this door. I'll be over here.
I will try to open it, assuming it's unlocked.
Well, you discovered that the door was locked when Char kicked it because of the way that it buckled and would not open.
How else are you supposed to find out if a door's locked?
But
9 times out of 10,
you are able to confirm that the door is locked by trying to open it like a civilized elf.
Yes. Does anyone of a more criminal nature care to have a go at this?
Was that an implication towards
no,
anyone
just
in particular?
a statement of fact.
It's an invitation, dear. Don't worry. If you know how to open it, open it. No one's judging.
I am a
We
little
should
bit.
know.
I'm going to be judging just a little, yeah. Like a tiny bit.
If it makes you all feel better, I'm judging all of you at any given moment, so.
It's okay. We're also judging you for the door and the wall.
I mean, you'd be wrong not to.
Could someone please open the door?
Yeah, I'll use my
Whoa.
thieves' tools. Give it a go.
Did you see that flash? There's like, holy. You hear that?
I heard a little bit. You got real world effects.
That's the biggest thunder. We don't get a lot of thunder and lightning in Seattle. Dang, that was close and loud. Wow.
Real life Foley.
Vari, would you like to make a thieves tool check?
Oh my God, car alarms are going off. Okay.
Not great.
Okay, with a 12, you easily pick this lock. It's an everyday, simple lock, and it was very easy for you to pick that lock.
Excuse me, I just got to check on my dog.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think we've opened it, and
Don't sell yourself short. You opened it.
I loosened it.
it's what we said.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. So when you guys open the door, you should be able to walk inside. You guys should be able to see the front room here.
A lot of people.
Ben, are you watching the Zoom chat for the stuff that people are donating for?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I
Just
do
making
see some donations coming in. I'm trying to figure out where I can see what player characters and such they have chosen.
It should be if you can get to your page, you can go to the donations one.
Yeah,
it's great. If everyone else is going, I'm going in.
All right, so looking at what you guys see, this building is made of wood, and as all of the windows have been boarded up, Harbeck has seemingly lit the interior with chandeliers throughout, upon which cool, temperatureless flames are burning. The first initial area that you walk into here has a 14-foot high ceiling. There is a second level, 7 feet above the ground level, which you can access by going up the stairs on the left and right of the building. Leads to the second level is a walkway that goes around the north edge of the room. Now, there are several barrels throughout this room that you should be able to see, as well as a bar on the north side, which has some taps to access the beer. The stairs on the eastern and western sides of the room lead up to the second level. There are also 8 dwarf bodies lying spread across the floor.
Char walks in, puts his sunglasses on, and is just like, man, you want to hear something weird? I did not notice these bodies. I noticed everything else first and then the bodies. Is that weird?
Yes, you should have
Yes.
noticed the bodies.
Oh,
They did smell a bit.
Sister Ed goes to check one and determine if there's still warm, if there can be saved.
Absolutely. Make a medicine check for me, please, Ed.
Any signs of blood?
You could make me an investigation check,
Okay.
Holimian.
Oh,
All right.
She's a little too upset.
Yeah, all of these dwarves lying on the ground. Ed, you are a little bit frazzled by this immediate sight of all these dwarves on the ground.
Can't get near him. I can't get near him. Can't stand it.
Yeah, it's sad or whatever.
13 on investigation.
All right. So looking around, Holimian, you don't see any blood on the ground or signs of a fight. No weapon scuffs or knocked over barrels. Just these bodies lying on the ground.
Did
Are
they
they sleeping?
Did they drink themselves to death?
Char, would you like to make a medicine check to determine what's going on here?
No, he has he has no idea. He legitimately at this point think these people are sleeping. He tries to like nudge one of them with a foot.
Okay, when you do nudge one of them with your foot, I will say nothing happens.
Can she do a different
sleep.
medicine check on a different body?
Yeah.
I think the
I'll allow
trouble was that one reminded me of my brother. I don't like to. I'm going to go to this one here. Doesn't look any familiar. Oh, no. Well, 11.
Okay. Looking at this body, Ed, you check the dwarf's breathing, their pulse. They are unconscious, not dead.
Not dead. Not dead. And she can check the other one and confirm this one's unconscious also.
Yes, it seems that they are all unconscious.
Berinar be praised. They're just sleeping off a bit of drink.
So a drunken stupor.
Well,
It's not going to try and eat any of them, right?
Might hold off a bit on sampling the wares here till we find out.
Yes.
Or just live and let live. Do any of them seem like important or in charge? Or do they just seem like riffraff?
They are all wearing pretty similar work clothes, tunics, breeches, overalls, all fairly drab in color. Now, Bosede, I've seen that you have not yet entered the building. Would that perhaps have something to do with the mountain lion by your side, your companion Tawny?
Who I was worried about.
Yeah, so she'll go first to sort of keep Tawny with an escape route. And also it's very crowded in here.
Yes.
So
And Rhiannon, you should be able to control Tawny's token as well.
Yeah, I did.
Great.
I'll take a look at the upper level.
Okay. I will also let you guys know that there are these open doors on the east and west, and through those unmarked doors, which are ajar currently, you can see light streaming out from within. The eastern door has a kind of golden light streaming out of it. The western door has something of a purple light streaming out of it.
Yeah, that light's real weird over there.
I'll take a peek. I like purple. Purple's good.
Okay. So, Ken, I know you're heading upstairs.
Yes.
So I've tried to do something a little bit different in Roll20 for this map to handle the 2 floors. And so just to make my life slightly easy, I'm going to start with Ed going into the purple room, and then I'll move over to you.
Sounds good.
I'm going with Steven.
Okay.
Does this fella smell bad? This Drakesbane fella. Does he have a scent, a strong scent about him? Trevor, does this Drakesbane fella have a strong scent about him? His art suggests he might have a bit of a whiff to him.
I mean, he does forget to wash his armor from time to time, so.
I could tell he was behind me.
That's why I've gone upstairs.
Okay, so there's purple light.
Okay. So, sorry, I'm still just trying to figure out how I can see.
Did you do purple
what
and gold
people
because of the
have,
Huskies? You did.
I'm still trying to figure out on Extra Life how I can see people's messages from when they donated. So I'm struggling with that. Because I know that some beers have been donated.
They said to you pick.
Oh, okay. And I've also got, let's see here. A healing potion has been donated as well. So if you want that healing potion to go to a specific person, let us know in the chat. All right. So coming into this room with the purple light, can you see that room now?
No.
Ooh. So is that room still dark to you guys?
Still black square.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's Roll20 for you.
I've found you have to double click on that eyeball sometimes. That helps.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get it working. Anything now?
No.
Wow. Okay. So the party does have a healing potion in its possession, it sounds like.
Nice.
Or if anyone needs it.
There
we
go.
Ooh.
Purple.
That worked. All right.
That is purple.
This room is dominated by a huge barrel set into the floor with a walkway running all the way around. The rim of the barrel rises a foot above floor level. The barrel is filled with a sour beer that glows with an unnatural purple color. There are ripples in the sour. There's a small table in the southwestern corner of the room with some mugs and other items. sitting atop it.
this-
Additionally, you can see sort of a second floor above this one with another walkway and another large brewing barrel set above this one. I'm going to show you guys a picture here. So there we go. If you all see that, that's sort of what a old-fashioned
Whoa.
brewery looks like.
Ooh.
And so that's sort of what you should be imagining with these barrels set into the floor and then like a second level like this above it. All right, so Char and Ed, you've moved into the room.
Ed, I'm not gonna lie. The first thought I had was, should I drink that? But now I cannot stop looking at this tiny table. Is this for gnomes? Like, what? It's so small. Like, what? Like, he just like puts his foot next to his look how small that is. What is going on there?
How
Don't-
big is Char?
Char's a
he
normal
big-
sized person. I'm just saying
Okay.
that table's very
Char is
small.
a size queen.
Char is a
Take-
size
Hey.
queen.
Can you
I will
take
say
us
you're-
back?
Canon.
You're, there's a bit of a an optical illusion that sometimes happens on Roll20 with
I
maps
know.
because your tokens fill a 5-foot space, but like you're not like a 5-foot wide person, right?
I mean,
Uh,
you don't know.
I do. I've seen your
I'm a
character sheet.
5-foot cube, actually.
Mm.
Exactly.
So there are 3 mugs on this table. They are empty. There's also a key on the table and a note on the table written in Dwarvish.
Well, take a little gander at that. Take the old spectacles out.
And I'll take
What's
the
this?
key because that's easier.
What's it say?
All right, Ed. The note says, "Odd contaminant in the brew. How did this happen?"
Well, I'm going to guess there's some kind of fish in there because there's ripples.
There's
That's
a
what
fish in the
always-
percolator?
I think there might be. I tell you what, Drakesbane. She tosses a mug to Drakesbane. Give it a bit of a whiff. Just
Oh,
the
so
mug.
just smell it. Don't drink it.
Well, maybe if it smells good, sure.
All
But give it a
right. Yeah, he's gonna go over and
Well, Trevor, someone has donated some money for you to drink a beer.
heck yeah.
So
You don't
I
gotta tell
think-
Char twice.
I think you're up.
Oh, look, there's a healing potion here too. That might be handy.
All right, so Charles, take a mug to it, give it a little whiff,
Okay.
down it
Do you-
regardless.
Got it. Regardless of the result of the whiff. Okay. Make me an investigation check, Char.
Oh yeah, he's so good at that.
You definitely got to know what the result of the
Zero.
whiff is.
A 0.
I rolled
Amazing.
a 1 and I have a -1.
Wonderful. Okay.
He
notice-
doesn't even smell it. He just does it for the appearance.
What, does some
Right.
go up his nose?
No.
Like-
He forgets to sniff. He just wafts it in front of his face. It's like that's what people do when they hold up alcohol, and then he just drinks it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Amazing. So Char, you sort of sniff it and swish it around because you think that's what you're supposed to do. It's just for appearances. You don't really pay attention to anything that your senses tell you, and you down the beer. And as you drink it, you feel something squirm
Something squirming.
in your mouth.
Oh, it's in my mouth.
And it goes, you know how your sinuses are connected to your mouth through your nose.
He does it,
Instead
but I
of-
do.
Whatever is squirming, like the beer goes down, but whatever that squirming feeling is goes up your nose and somewhere into the back of your head.
I don't think that's what beer's supposed to be like. I'm gonna be honest. That was a different beer that stuck with me in ways that I will remember forever. I don't like that.
Mm.
Ugh,
yeah.
Here, you try it.
You know, I'm gonna pass on this one.
Oh, you're missing out. It's real weird. Like if you like weird stuff, this is the beer for you. Whoo, clears the sinuses.
All right, I'm going to move to Halimian, who's moving upstairs now. And as I said, I'm trying something a little new in Roll20. So let's see if this works. because it might not.
If not now, when?
Right. Okay. I think I'm on the right layer for this. So let's see. And then if I go map, ooh, that doesn't look like it worked. One moment.
So does Tawny like pets?
Well, you have to let her check you out first. So, if you like approach her carefully and like wait for her to come to you, then she likes it.
Does Tawny like ghosts?
I don't know.
I've heard that a lot of cats seem to know when ghosts are around,
But do they like them?
which I've never been able to confirm or deny.
Well, I'll see.
Okay. Sorry, Rhiannon, go ahead.
Nope.
Okay, Halimian, you
Yes.
have headed up the stairs. Can you guys see that there's the second level now?
Yes, I can see that icon, whatever that is.
I can see that there's more wood walkway around.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what you should be able to see is those stairs now lead to a wooden walkway.
Okay.
And on the second level, this level consists of a walkway running around the wall in the northern half of that main room, as well as doors to the east and west.
Oh.
These doors are also ajar, like the ones on the lower level, and they also are spilling light out. The light is blue from the west door and copper from the east door. On the northern wall, the walkway is filled with boxes, crates, and barrels. The brewery seems to use this as some sort of storage area for containers.
Okay. I called back down. It looks like there are more rooms up here. Not that any of you are qualified to look through them, but I will do what I can. So I venture into the room, and I'll no other unconscious people around, correct?
No, the ones that
Okay.
you're seeing are the ones that are on the lower level, sort of under the walkway,
All
right? So
I will cautiously look through the door into where the copper light is coming from.
great. Okay.
Was that which side was that?
That is on the eastern side.
Okay.
I will reveal that room, hopefully this time. Roll 20. There we go. Cooperates.
Okay.
Looks like you've gotten lost in the dark, Halimian, so I will just move
Thank
you
you.
back.
Yes.
Okay. So this room is dominated by a huge barrel set into the floor with a walkway running all the way around. Oh, one moment. Am I on the... I love not being on the right layer for things. Sorry. Why can I not select? Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Quite all right.
There's something in this room that's not supposed to be in this room, and I can't...
Is it that man?
I can't select things. Like I can't select tokens.
Is he on the map layer?
Ooh, thanks, Tori.
I've done that.
Yeah. Okay.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right. Okay, one moment, folks.
Wait, so what makes you qualified to investigate?
Yeah, how does one get qualified to investigate a room?
I am just a member of the Elven race. I'm a follower of Corellian.
But these are dwarven beers.
Well,
and we have
sure
a dwarven brewer.
Well, I'm sure I can figure it out.
So
you guys want to taste a weird beer?
the rim of the barrel in this room rises a foot above floor level. The
Hmm.
barrel is filled with a stout that glows with a copper light. There's a small table in the southwestern corner of the room with some mugs and other items sitting atop it.
Interesting. It looks a bit like mead. I doubt it's mead, but I do like the coloring. I shall go over to the table and give it a sniff.
All right. You'll find that there are 4 mugs on
Mm.
the table for taste testing, as well as a key. There's also a note on the table written in Dwarvish.
And do I speak Dwarvish? Let's see. No, I do not speak Dwarvish.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure it's not very important. I'll hold on to the note and show it to someone when I get back downstairs.
Okay.
Perhaps I do need help. Can't say that
Well,
out.
I
Can't
will
say that
say,
out loud though.
I will say, Ken, someone has donated some money for you to try a beer. So would you
Okay.
like to try the beer in this room?
Well, all right. Well, I can't read Dwarven, so maybe I do need help. Maybe I should try other things. This looks a bit like mead, so I should sample it just to prove how much better Elvish mead is. So
Okay.
I will drink it.
All right. So you give the mead a try.
Hmm?
Is the music change supposed to be as
No.
ominous?
All right.
So it is a stout, in fact, not a mead. When you drink it, can you roll me a d12?
D12.
The taste is very potent with very bitter hops. It's very bold
Okay.
tasting.
Okay, let me try that again. That is a 9.
Okay. So you swallow the beer, you taste the bitter hops, and
Not
then
mead.
suddenly your skin begins to be covered with a kind of liquid metal that rises up your skin until it covers your whole body. It's platinum
Oh my god.
covering your skin now, and you have a +5 boost to your AC,
I have been blessed.
but a -10 to your speed, as you are
Okay.
now you now have platinum skin.
Oh my god.
He giveth and he taketh away.
Well, but I look fantastic, as all elves should. So, I call back down. I go to run towards the door because I'm very excited. And I'm like, ooh, ow. I have found something that has made me look even more amazing up here. Feel free to take a look. It's quite astonishing.
And anyone who looks up at Holimian will find that they are, coated in platinum.
Oh.
Immediate sprint.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Is that
Like a
this?
weird statue.
Well, a beautiful, weird statue.
Do you think the same thing will happen to us?
Well, we are different people of different cultures and backgrounds and different levels of quality. So I don't know.
Are you guys all of age?
More or less.
Not you guys.
So
I think so. I think they all are.
Kavari, you hear this kind of whisper to you, which says, just because you're drinking doesn't mean we are.
Fair, so fair.
So, Tori, someone has bought you a drink.
I've noticed, and I
But
really want to
I'm-
roll a d12.
But I'm gonna cut back down to the
Damn it.
main level, just to also address that someone has gotten May a drink, and hopefully this works. This might get a little messy. Okay, back down on the main level.
Yes.
Great. Some of this is a little messy, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. Okay, so back down on the main level, we have Zelly and the rest. What would you guys like to do?
Hey, we found a key, and I drank this beer that was slithery. Like, I don't think that's how beer's supposed to be, but like, it was kind of cool.
Good use of descriptive words. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go into this other room, this back room, because the back room is usually where like the good stuff is, or like money.
Got it. So
Lots of money.
you're headed into this back room. Okay, got it.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right, one moment. Okay. So you approach the door, and you see that there's a sign mounted upon it that reads Manager's Office. You also see that this door has 4 deadbolts on it.
Oh. Okay, well, I don't have keys and I don't know how to open locks, so I'm gonna go somewhere else.
I do.
Okay.
My foot.
You found a literal key, but you're still going to try and kick it open?
Oh yeah, I could probably try the key. You know, that's a great idea, brain. Yeah, he's gonna go over. He's gonna look at the key, go for the hole, miss, and then try the key and see if it
They
works.
take your hand and like grab the wrist and be like, and then like right where it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I forget how these work sometimes. It's
Yeah,
like, why
sure.
have keys when you can just kick things?
All
What
right.
does your house look like?
We don't have doors.
It's an open concept.
Yeah, I come from a family of adventurers. Like, why would we put doors anywhere? We'd get stuck all the time.
I do too. We definitely have doors.
Oh man, your family must be difficult to get to dinner. All right, does this key work?
Okay. Before I reveal to you whether the key works or not, Char, Zelly, you were headed over into the other brewing room on the main floor.
Yeah, they have given up on the concept of keys and doors. So they're like, okay, let's go over here.
Totally
It's a
fair.
great book title. The concept of keys and doors.
That's a good title for a D&D source book of high CR challenges.
Yes.
They're all doors.
Yeah.
All of them.
Okay. So Zelly, you head into this room. This room is dominated by a huge barrel set into the floor with a walkway running all the way around. The rim of the barrel rises a foot above floor level. This barrel is filled with a bright IPA that shimmers with an unnatural golden light. There's a small table in the northeastern corner of the room with some mugs and other items sitting atop it.
Okay, what are the items?
All right. There are 4 mugs on the table for taste testing, and there's a key as well as a note on the table written in Dwarvish.
I do speak Dwarvish.
Oh, excellent. Would
So
you
they
like
grab
to
the
read
key
note?
and then reads the note.
Great. The note says, fragrant hops with notes of peach, mango, citrus, and pine. But who is the being it summons? And what happens to the people he takes?
Oh my gosh, I love a good summoned being. Ugh, reminds me of Mom. So yeah, I think they're gonna be like, once again, those notes sound great, and I love an IPA. So I do believe it is your taste test time.
Okay. So you're going to take a drink of this IPA.
Is going to do the whiff, the smell, the swirl it in the glass, very in a hipstery way.
Got it. All right, party. Looks like we have inspiration. It seems to be generic party inspiration, so a free resource for you guys to use if you need it. All right, you drink the IPA, and immediately thereafter, a portal opens. It is a shimmering portal of light, the color of like an opal. And someone steps through the portal.
Okay. Are they hot?
Well, they are a shepherd, judging by their
Rex.
their clothing.
Mhm.
An older, kindly-faced shepherd.
The question still stands.
Yes. Like in
Ooh.
that sort of way that like old men who have aged well can be very attractive. Yes.
Silver fox status. Got it.
Exactly. I've been reminded that I should be thanking our donors by name. So the beers that have been bought so far, looks like we've had 4 beers purchased, and they all came from Aaron. So thanks, Aaron. I'm also going to say thank you to DeJour? DeJour? I'm not quite sure how to say that, but thank you for the $50 donation. And the inspiration for the party came from Cassandra. Thank you, Cassandra. So this being steps through, and he carries himself with a very like proud, straight back. He has a shepherd's crook, and he extends a hand to you and smiles, and he has these very kind eyes.
Oh, hello. I'm Zelly. It's a pleasure.
Hello. My name is Drogo.
Okay. Where are you from? Why are you here?
He points to the portal, and he says, I am from the plane of Elysium, and if you like, I can take you there through this portal. It is a plane of unfettered kindness and compassion, a place of bucolic landscapes where tranquility seeps into the souls of those who journey there.
That sounds super dope for like you. Hard pass.
Hey, I'm still trying to figure out this key, but someone sounds hot in there.
You know,
Yeah, we got like a silver fox daddy situation.
your blood may bear the mark of the fiend,
Mhm,
but your
yeah.
soul is what you make of it. And
Yeah.
you're welcome in Elysium if you choose to accompany me.
It sounds boring.
Very well.
No, thank you.
I remain here for any who wish to journey.
Okay, neat. If I drink another one of these, will you show up a second time? Or is it a different dude?
If I travel through the portal, it will close. Drink the beer again, perhaps it will open again. I am not quite sure how it works. I did not create this concoction.
Okay, just curious. You can hang out.
Very well. I'm going to move over to Bosede just to see what she would like to do, since everybody else has had a chance to kind of go around and explore some things.
So Tani likes up. So I'm gonna head upstairs.
I thought you meant the mountain lion needed ups, like you were just gonna pick it up and put it on your
Like
shoulder.
uppies.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Tawny wants uppy. Like there's a giant mountain lion that's like,
I'm going to move back to the upper floor then.
That's the lion. You're the mountain. Understood.
You hear
So-
Holy Mian cry out at one point, "Hey, I just did some quick calculations and I realized my body is worth over 1,700 platinum."
So the room where on the bottom floor Char is trying to get in, the top floor still
There's
hasn't
nothing
been-
there. It's just a
okay.
wall.
Gotcha. Okay. And has anybody been in the other side where it's purple on the ground floor?
No one's been in there
Okay.
yet.
So let's go in there.
Okay. So, stepping into this room, this is the room that the blue light was coming through. This room, like the others, dominated by a huge barrel set into the floor with a walkway running all the way around. This barrel is filled with a pale ale that glows with an unnatural blue color. There is a small table in the northeastern corner of the room with some mugs and other items sitting atop of it.
Yeah, let's go look at the table.
Okay. There are 4 mugs on the table for taste testing. There's also a key and a note on the table written in Dwarvish.
No Dwarvish speaking here. I just checked. So those both go in the pockets, the key and the note.
Great.
And then Tawny can prowl basically along the whole walkway, sniffing
Okay.
at stuff.
Would you like Tawny to make a perception check?
Yes, that would be great.
Fantastic.
Do I do that through the...
So you, in the journal, should be able to find her character sheet by looking under characters and then pets, and then clicking on Tawny, and that should open up a stat block that you can roll from.
Okay.
And once you've got that up, you should just be able to click on the word perception, and it will roll.
That's what I'm trying to find.
Oh, can you not see it in the journal?
No.
Do you know how to get over to the journal? Because I know you usually do this on D&D Beyond.
I
right?
do this. I'm looking at the stat block, but I'm not seeing the perception.
Okay, so you see Tawny's stat block there. So reading down, you'll see armor class, hit points, speed, saving throws, skills, and then reading across, you should see perception and be able to click the word. There we go. Awesome. Okay, 14. So sniffing around, what Tawny smells is a balance of caramel and citrus.
I mean, sounds pretty tasty, but I'm sure the note says that it will blow up your head. So.
Now, Tawny, just for everyone else's information, is a real mountain lion that Bosede met in the Sword Mountains. She is not a one of these summoned spirits into the form of an animal style things. She is a honest to goodness mountain lion. All right, so I'm going to come back to Kavari, who's also here on the 2nd level, since someone bought a beer for you.
That was Aaron, right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
You look fantastic in platinum. I really think it's your color. Entirely.
Thank you. And you've never seen me like this. Halimi is so excited. But this throws everything, all of my beliefs into question. If a mere dwarf could create this perfection, then everything I believed could be meaningless.
Well, before we get existential, let's see if it does the same thing to me then the dwarves created something really good. But if it does something different, then maybe it just did perfection on you, the elf.
You know, thank you. I really hope something, not so nice then happens to you, because that would reinforce everything I believe. Good luck.
Thank you. I'm conflicted as to whether or not the good luck was good luck for me or good luck for you.
Oh, no, for you.
Oh, nice.
I'm generous. I feel very generous today.
You look very generous.
I am worth over 1,700 platinum.
Oh, I'm sure you were worth more before that. This just adds.
Well, thank
Positive
you.
thinking. Positive thinking.
Thank you.
I can't deal with panic attacks.
Well, thank you.
I'm gonna grab a mug and dip it down.
Are you holding a note?
Oh, yes.
And drink. Ale.
Kavari, can you speak Dwarvish?
No.
Okay. So you drink it down. Roll me a d12, please.
Hey.
Okay. Something very similar happens to you, Kavari, as your skin turns to steel and you gain a +6 to your AC.
Do I also get a speed debuff?
No.
Oh. Boy, you are like Terminator T-1000 right now.
I'm what? Is this an elven cultural thing that I don't understand?
Oh, yes. They slew many elves thousands of years ago, and we sought vengeance by sending people of ours back in time. Never mind, long story. But you look quite amazing. Not as brilliantly shiny as me, but you are magnificent.
Thank you. I'm sorry to say, I think the dwarves did make a good thing, but it did work nicer on you overall, aesthetically.
Well, thank you. That does make me feel better.
Wonderful.
Perhaps someone else should try reading this note. It's gibberish to me.
Sister, are you busy?
Who's calling?
Upstairs. I'm now iron.
You are steel.
Steel.
I want to specifically
I
point
know
out.
which metal I am, for sure.
Your voice has changed. It's kind of gotten a tinny sound.
I'm definitely not tin.
Good gods and all the holy saints, what happened to your skin? You look like an Oscar statue.
Who's Oscar? I'm so confused.
Good.
Can you read this?
Sister, come join our family of metal.
She takes a step back.
Be as resplendent as we are.
There's two of you. What's happened to you? Are you thinking different, or is it just your skin?
Well, it has opened my eyes a bit. It has opened my eyes a bit, but I believe it's just the skin.
She turns to the others and says, "These two, it looks like someone dipped them they bronzed them. Somebody bronzed these two up here, only it's not bronze. What is it, silver or something? All right, what's the note say? I expect it says, don't drink from this vat. You'll turn into a freaking lump and ingot, a walking ingot."
Reading the note, Edwina, it says, potent, bitter hops, stalwart and bold, powerful armoring effects.
Right, well, if you're lucky, it won't last forever.
Do not ruin my day.
No, you look great.
Thank
Real
you.
improvement. What was it before? Can't remember. All right, well.
I will also say that I've been forgetting this, but each note is marked with the name of the beer. So the initial beer that Char drank is called Purple Rocks. The beer that summoned the shepherd that Zelly drank is called Heavenly Retreat. And the beer that Kavari and Halimian have been drinking is called Steel Yourself.
Interesting. Well,
Tori, you have an inspiration that's been purchased for you from Blair. Thank you, Blair.
well, anyone down there wants to turn into a statuette of themselves, come up here and take a drink of this. Doesn't seem to hurt you, only makes you shiny.
I'm
Felicity,
good.
what
I've
did
made
you
a
find over
friend.
there?
Oh, that one, I don't know. You have to ask Drakesbane. He took a drink of it and, well, he said it tasted fine. Actually, is there an upstairs one above the purple one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Huh.
both
It's where Bosede is.
Oh, okay. And Boseda. What do you have? Oh, God, keep that cat away from me. They're shedding on my cloak.
Well, she doesn't like you either.
Oh, that's fine. I just want to get through the door. Can you get her away from the door?
Fine. Oops. I don't know what happened.
Oh, you're
Oh,
on the
she's got
draw
late.
tool.
She's
Yeah.
got laser beams in her eyes.
There we go. Okay. So she'll hand over the note.
Ah,
Okay.
another
note is
note.
what- Yep.
What's it say?
The
I'll read it
notes-
out loud.
All right. The note says, balance of caramel and citrus promising, as are the plainer travel applications once precision can be refined. And the name of this beer is Planescape.
Makes it sound like you drink it and you go somewhere you don't want to go. At least, it doesn't seem like they've got it all wired in proper yet. Did you want to try it, Boseda?
I don't want to go somewhere I don't want to go.
No, it doesn't seem like the optimal thing. So far, of all these funny brews, that silver one does seem like the most. Have you seen them? Have you seen them? It looks like someone wrapped them in tinfoil.
Can Tawny go across and sniff them? What do they smell like?
Oh, the folks in the other room?
Yeah.
Yeah. So smelling them, they will smell metallic.
I promise, my fingers are much more well equipped for belly rubs.
Oh. Well, I mean, you got a shower.
Kavari, can you make me an animal handling check?
Oh dear.
Please roll well. Roll for belly rubs.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 13 for belly rubs. Decent, but I'm unpracticed on mountain lion.
Well, it just so happens that belly rubs are one of Tawny's favorite things.
You know, I don't want us to necessarily lose sight of the fact that, well, we still have unconscious dwarves. And perhaps they were sampling one of these less beneficial beers and something bad happened to them.
Well, it
Or they
clearly
drank from
wasn't
all of
this
them at
one.
once.
I would not advise that.
Ed's gonna go do a medicine check on this one up here. See if there's any other symptoms or anything that she can determine.
No, it's all of the unconscious dwarves seem to be in the same state.
Would a healing potion revive them?
Make an Arcana check, Halimian.
Okay. All right. That is I slowly make my way over there. All right.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Yeah, right. It's thunk, thunk, clunk, clunk, clunk. A 12.
Okay. You aren't sure, but you've
Well,
only got one healing potion.
Right. Well, right now I am made of metal. What do I have to worry about? I will resist injury and look fantastic in the process. So I will take out my healing potion and give it to this dwarf.
All right, is everyone all right with that? I think the healing potion, which de Joire purchased, was sort of for the party. So is everybody all right with that use of the healing potion? Or do you want to save it?
I'm okay with it.
I can also come out and do an Arcana check as.
Yeah, I'll save it. I had forgotten that we just have the one. So thinking of not being sure of what the outcome would be, it would not be wise to use it.
Okay. Yeah, Zelly, if you'd like to make an Arcana check about these dwarves, you can go ahead.
Oh, I don't know why. Sorry, that was on.
That's all right. I'll take the first roll, which is the 19. So examining the dwarves, you realize that they are stunned. And that they have been magically stunned by some kind of psychic damage. And that you are unsure what could rouse them, because for them to be roused, they would need to be unstunned. So some sort of any sort of thing that would end the stunned condition could rouse them. But until that time, they are going to remain unconscious.
Like if they take damage, do you think that would wake them up? They're asking anyone who's listening.
Char looks over and is like, hey, I would help, but I'm busy trying to figure out how this key works in this door. I've just been holding it here, and it's not doing anything. You got it,
buddy. Yeah, just you keep working on that. I believe in you.
Yeah.
So you have another key.
So Char, you have 2 keys now. The first one...
He hasn't tried turning the first one.
Got it. Well, it did go into one of the locks.
That's progress.
Okay. Do you want to try the second one?
Sure. He's like, well, now I got this figured out. I mean, I can give this a shot.
All right. So the second one also will go into one of the locks.
Look at you.
How many locks are there again?
4.
And I believe there was a key by.
There's been a key on each table.
Right.
So one of them's in my pocket.
That's
I
right.
will retrieve the key that was next to my wondrous steal yourself stout.
All right. Bosede, do you want to hand your key over to Char to try in the door?
No. I want to try my key in the door.
Okay.
I will clunk, 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 clunk my way over to him and give my key to Char.
Char looks at you and is just like, someone's made a T-1000 joke by now, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, good. I'd be really upset if it's been going on this long and no one done it.
Yes, from the book of Sarah Connor.
Yeah. It's a good book. I didn't read it. I had somebody read it to me.
Have you tried turning your wrists?
Oh!
I had a bet with myself going to see how long it would take him to figure that out.
I couldn't wait any longer.
3 of the deadbolts open. Bosede, would you like to try yours?
Yeah.
Okay. You find that you are also able to click open the lock. And so the door to this back room here is now unlocked.
Okay, neat. Can I slap a dwarf?
One of these dwarves on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
It has no effect, unfortunately. What's your strength modifier?
-1.
-1. Yeah, it has no effect.
Okay, well, I tried.
Was that like a celebratory slap for us getting the keys? Like,
no, I didn't know if
a
maybe that would work. Well, listen, I am sensual.
Yeah.
Also,
thank you,
did
Cass.
my
We've
friend
got
join
another potion of healing for the
Oh.
group. So you now have
Thank
2, it looks like. Sorry, your friend, you mean Drogo the Shepherd? He is still standing by the portal.
Okay, they're going to go back in and be like, why don't you come hang out with us? And just sort of links arms with him. And it's like, come on, we're doing an adventure.
Drogo says, I will assist you if you need it. but I must stay by the portal to ensure that it is not used by one who is not worthy of it.
Okay, that's cool too. And then they walk back out
Okay.
and join the group and was like, okay, I guess Drago is gonna stay in there.
So your beer opened a portal
To
uh,
Elysium.
Any other portals or just Elysium?
I don't know. He popped out and said Elysium. I think that's the only place. And according to this note, they weren't super descriptive. So
And Char, what happened when you drank your potion?
Slithery head.
What?
Someone
You blow your
slithered.
nose?
Yeah. Are those connected?
can I
Yeah.
Arcana check
I mean, a worm or some sort?
I don't know.
the slithering?
I mean,
Yeah.
worms kind of. That's not really slithering.
There are other worms.
You could
that's,
make
that's messed
an
up.
Arcana or Nature check to see if what Char is saying,
Okay.
and anyone could do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you want to see if what
okay.
Char is saying, rings any
Yeah.
bells for
Yeah,
anyone.
this does
I
not
would have done
sound-
Arcana and I super rolled a 1. So it's like, okay, well, you probably drank it wrong.
That tracks. That's happened before. I once
Yeah.
drowned drinking a beer.
So far, no one has any clue.
So
I'm sure it's fine.
Arcana 10. That's not going to help either.
I
Well,
mean, we all drink weird beers. It's fine.
but if it does open to other portals,
You think the worm in my head opens to other portals?
no.
That could be cool.
No, that's called
you're-
imagination.
You're a Drogo friend. You're a Drogo friend.
Yeah.
So perhaps there was another portal and something not as cooperative as Drogo came through.
You and Connie try the other one? The other beer up top?
No.
Let's
No.
say
It was the instructions on it read something like, "Oh, wow, this here beer takes you to another plane. Only we can't choose which plane yet, so maybe we should adjust it a bit before it's regular for proper consumption
But
for
if
the public."
Drogo came through
Uh-huh.
and it opens different portals, then something else could have come through that might still be here.
Maybe.
Could
I don't
be
know.
on
We
the other
could-
side of the store. And as he says that, he turns the knob and then kicks the door open.
All right, there we go. So again, hoping that Roll20 is, nice to me.
No matter what is on the other side, when the door flies open, Char just stands there and goes, "Sup?"
So
No!
you open the door.
Stop.
This small room is lined with shelves containing boxes full of equipment and ingredients and paperwork. At one end, there's a desk strewn with papers, books, and ledgers. 2 chairs face the desk, and in the manager's chair sits a strange-looking creature, the size of a dwarf, but it's hairless, with a noseless face and 4 long tentacles hanging down around its mouth. It stares up at the ceiling with pupilless eyes and does not seem to be aware of you. And I think that is a good time for us to take our break. We are currently at $460, which means we are $40 away from uncovering horse elixir.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
I believe in you.
Horse elixir. Horse elixir.
Please unlock horse elixir.
You should want to unlock horse elixir because I'm afraid of whatever horse elixir is.
You should want to unlock it because it sounds like it makes somebody good at kicking open doors.
All
I
right.
am a known horse girl, so please make this dream come true.
Yang Yang, cue us up for 10 minutes and everybody can take a quick break, use the bathroom, whatever, and we will be right back with the second half of Battle at the Berserk Brewery.
Great, thank you.
Welcome back to Dungeon Scrawler's Extra Life Day of Gaming. We are continuing with the second half of Battle at the Berserk Brewery. I'm Ben Rowe, and we are raising money for Extra Life for Children's Hospitals. Extra Life is a charity that raises money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Your donations fund critical life-saving treatment and healthcare services, along with innovative research, vital pediatric medical equipment, and child life services. We're grateful for everyone who has donated. If you donate to my Extra Life page, which affects this game, those donations go to Alberta Children's Hospital. The Dungeon Scrawlers team has raised $1,655 towards their $3,000 goal.
Awesome.
And our game has raised $480 to its $1,000 goal. I want to give a quick thank you to train conductor Brandon and Ionath. I can't possibly be saying that right. Both of them are going to receive an adventure bundle of PDFs of all of my adventures on the DM's Guild, of which this is one of them. So if you want to play Battle at the Berserk Brewery at home, you can donate and get that PDF.
Cool.
All right. Is everybody ready to hop back into the swing of things?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Excellent.
Let's do this.
So when we left off, you guys were investigating a brewery in Waterdeep, which is the brewmaster is a dwarf alchemist who decided that he was tired of potions always tasting bad, and he was going to mix his beer brewing skills with his alchemy skills and make some potions that tasted good. Unfortunately, he hasn't been seen or heard from in a 10-day, so his business partner sent you out to investigate his brewery. What you have found is 8 stunned, unconscious dwarves on the ground, as well as a variety of magical beers. You have tried 3 out of 4 of them. Zelly tried Heavenly Retreat and found that it summoned a old, attractive shepherd-looking fellow named Drogo, who invited her back to Elysium. Meanwhile, Char tried a beer called Purple Rocks, and something slithered up into his brainstem. Halimian and Kavari both tried Steal Yourself, and now Halimian the wizard, they are covered in platinum skin, while Kavari is covered in steel skin, giving them some AC boosts. No one has tried Planescape yet, but currently the gang is all crowded around a door on the main floor of the brewery that they have just unlocked and kicked open, revealing a manager's office and a dwarf-sized being sitting at that manager's table. And this creature is hairless, has a noseless face, and 4 long tentacles hanging down around its mouth. It is staring up at the ceiling and doesn't seem to be aware of you as of yet. What would you guys like to do?
Should I slap it?
Yes.
Okay.
Char's gonna go into the room and be like, yeah, that Squidward looking dude needs a slap.
You know what? I think you should do the slapping.
Oh,
I'll stand over here.
You know, you did make it look really good, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Char's gonna go over and slap it.
Okay, as you move over and rear your hand back to slap this tentacle-faced being, I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah, with my +0.
Oh, I beat you on that.
Oh, do we need to select our tokens first?
Remember to click your token before rolling. So I have a nice turn tracker here. I'll add in anyone who didn't manage to do that on the first go around. Oh, I see, Roll20, you've decided to be frustrating. One
I've
moment.
spent a lot of time on boats, and that looks vaguely familiar, but definitely I don't think that's from the sea.
Well, we should kill it and then fry it in butter just to be safe.
What are y'all talking about? Can't see a dang thing.
Oh, yeah. And they move to the side and be like, calamari over here.
Okay. Let's check to see that everyone's in the tracker. It looks like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I? Oh, I'm missing Ken. Can you roll initiative? There we go. I will throw you in here once I can see where your token has gone.
Liz Lee, thank you for the $55 general donation.
Yes, thank you very much.
Does this mean
Horse?
horse elixir?
Let's see. We should be over 500 now. We should have horse elixir unlocked.
Oh,
No, sorry. Yang Yang says it's to the Dungeon Scrawlers team. So it's to the overall goal, but it is not to this game specifically.
Oh,
Okay.
Overall,
Still, thank you.
Ben.
Still thank you. Yes.
Still a big thank you. Hey gang, I don't see Ken's token on the map. Am I blind?
Is he upstairs still?
he's upstairs, maybe. Did he go away?
Uh-oh.
I think Zelly might be covering him up.
Where am I? No.
Oh, no?
Okay, one moment.
I mean, I do tend to outshine people.
Yeah, but with that platinum machine, there's
true.
so much more space
Is-
to ricochet
is-
light.
Tawny covering him up?
No, it doesn't look like it. So I have no idea what's happened to Ken's token.
All right, Ken. Well, it's been really great playing with you. I'm just kidding.
Lurking Rider
Um,
bought a beer and unlocked horse elixir.
Ooh.
It happened.
Just in time for battle.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you very much, Lurking Rider.
Thank you.
As I try to sort out what happened to Ken. Ken, do you know where your token is? Can you see it?
Let's just make a circle.
Does anyone hear Ken? Are you
No.
muted, perhaps? Okay. Well, I don't know what has happened.
Oh,
so
there's
I'm
a
just-
token.
I'm just dropping a new one on so that we can see. And hopefully Ken can control it and everything will be fine. There we go. Okay. And if he can just confirm that he can control and move that token, we should be good. Sorry about that delay, everybody. Let me just get our turn order in order. Okay, so they've got a 22. There we go. Okay, the beer is going to someone who hasn't had a beer yet, which I think means either Sister Ed or Bosede at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Ken has control of his tokens, but he's having some perhaps internet issues, maybe? I certainly don't hear him. So hopefully that resolves itself. All right, looking at the horse elixir that you guys have unlocked, though, I'm gonna have, before we start combat, just going to say, Bosede, since you're standing out there by the crates and barrels in this room, you notice that one of the barrels has a tap in it to pour beer from, and that the barrel is labeled horse elixir. All right. So as for initiative, we've done pretty well here, you guys. Lots of good high rolls. So we're going to move into combat. However, Char, I do have some bad news for you.
He's used to it.
Which is that this creature you've just tried to slap had a readied action for just such an occasion.
I didn't
For
know readied
slaps.
actions were in this one. For slaps specifically, I love that.
For if something attacked it. So this creature, you throw your hand back to deliver that slap, and as you're reared back, its face just, from where it was, turns and looks at you.
Oh, good. You
Right
made this easier.
in the eyes, and this blast of psionic energy is emitted from its brain. So, this psychic energy, that music's a little loud.
A little bit.
This psychic energy emanates in a 60-foot cone. And that means that given that it is directed in your general area, Char, that means that...
It goes through walls?
Oh, yeah. It's psychic energy. It doesn't care about walls. So this is going to catch everyone except for Kavari, it looks like. So I'm going to need everyone except Kavari to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh dear.
Oh, almost left the Zoom meeting.
Don't want that. Okay, we got a critical from Rhiannon. And a very on-brand 4 from Char.
He knows what he's about, son.
Char almost rolled so badly that Char left the Zoom meeting.
That would have been great, honestly.
And if I look at my measurement again, yes. So Rhiannon, Tawny is also exempt from this.
Thank God.
One,
You only
two,
needed
three,
one
four.
crit.
Oh yeah, and Ken's having trouble, so I'm just going to roll for Halimian until that's figured out.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, definitely. I had to switch laptops. For one reason, my laptop just kind of died on me.
Oh no.
So just a quick switch of laptops. Okay. Sorry.
Do you need a quick recap of where things are at?
I know I was about to roll combat.
Yes. So you've got an initiative order. You're in the turn order. Char went to smack this dwarf-sized squid-headed thing, and it used its readied action to turn on him and let out a blast of psychic energy. This psychic energy is catching almost everyone in its wake, including you. So I need an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Intelligence saving throw. Let's see. That would be... Where are we here? Okay. Intelligence saving throw. Ooh, nice.
I want everyone to know that the music currently playing is some royalty-free music. We've been listening to tracks by Kevin MacLeod, who gives you permission to use his music as long as you mention that it's by him, which is why I'm doing it right now. And the current track we're listening to is called Weirder Things. All right. So this was a DC 15, which means that everyone succeeded except for Char.
I mean, who'd have seen that coming?
I mean, you're the closest one, and you are the one who went to go attack it. So this all sort of tracks to me. So you are going to take, if I can remember how to do roll 20, 10 points of psychic damage, Char, and you are now also stunned.
Cool.
For
I'll see you
1
guys
minute.
at the end of combat.
You can repeat the intelligence save at the end
I
of each
will
of your
see
turns.
you all at the end of combat. I will. Yeah. You all have fun. I believe in you.
So as a reminder on the stunned condition, folks, Char is incapacitated, meaning that he has no actions or bonus actions. He can't move, he can't speak, he auto-fails strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against him have advantage.
Oof.
Okay, with that readied action of the Mind Blast going off, we now enter into the combat round, which means, Halimian, you are up first.
Okay.
What would
Well,
you
that
like
was
to do?
bad. All right. Then I have no choice but to go crazy here, and I'm going to cast Scorching Ray because that was not pleasant and is not a friend of mine. So, Scorching Ray. Let me check the damage on that. Okay.
All right, I am going to need you to move to a position where you could conceivably shoot those through the door.
Oh, right. Okay. Clonk, clonk, clonk. Let's see if I can move this.
And you only have 20 feet of speed.
Ah, yes, I do.
Due to your higher weight.
Okay.
Get in the door. That's perfect.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Select the move. I'm on a touch screen now, so it makes it a little more.
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. All right. Is that good?
Other way.
So
other
the
way.
door here is here.
Oh. Ah, okay. Oh, I see. Sorry, I went the other way.
That's all right.
You're fleeing the combat.
I know.
You're leaving us all on our own.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, seems like your problem. I'm out.
All right.
All right, very good.
Okay.
And so you're going to
okay.
make me 3 spell attack rolls here.
That's right. Okay. All right. Come on, work for you.
Woo! Critical hit.
Not 20 on the first one. I'll roll all 3. Because why not? 10 on the second. I love this music, yeah. And
A
just
mod
regular-
20 on the third. All right.
All
so,
right.
3 scorching rays of fire shoot out from Halimian's. I believe it's a. Oh, you have a component pouch. Excellent.
Yes.
So after some magic words and some gestures, that all shoots out towards this creature, and 2 of them hit. One of them is a critical hit. The one that doesn't hit goes right past this thing and into the wooden wall behind it and kind of flares out for a moment and stops. Just a bit of a burst of fire, leaving a scorch mark on the wall. Now, the damage on Scorching Ray is
2d6.
All right, so the crit, you're going to roll 4d6, and we'll see what
Okay.
damage you get.
Yep. Ew.
13
great.
damage.
Oh my god. And for the second regular hit will be just a regular 2d6.
2d6. That's right.
Oh my god. Almost
Well,
a 4. So for like basically a total of 66, I rolled a total of 17. 17 fire damage.
all right.
I'm ah!
By the way, everyone does see a red bar above this token, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
Under, actually.
That would be. Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
no,
That's my health. There's no red
That's
bar
yours.
there.
there's
Okay,
no red
thank
bar.
you.
Okay.
There we go. Should be able to see it now.
Ooh, a decent chunk of damage.
So these two scorching rays fly out, one of them hitting this thing sort of square in the face. And there's a horrible smell as the mucus covering its skin burns off. The next one hitting it square in the breastplate, which takes most of the damage, but still leaves this big scorch across. Hlimian, that was your action. That was your movement. Anything else?
No, I will just. Well, I'm a little dazed first by the sight of this thing, and also by how marvelously the scorching rays deflected off my skin. So I'm a little distracted. I will just stand there and admire both myself and the handiwork.
Excellent. All right, so that means we're moving to Tawny in the initiative. So just briefly, for anyone who's not familiar with the Beastmaster mechanics that we're using here, Tawny being Bosede's animal companion, obeys her commands as best as she can. She has her own turn on the initiative. Bosede can basically order any actions that companion takes, but it has like a full turn here, and it doesn't take up any actions or anything for Bosede to give it a command or an order because, talking is free, right? So we move over to Tawny's turn. So Rhiannon, what would you like your mountain lion to do?
Right now, to fall back, honestly, because she doesn't need to mix it up in the scrum with everybody else. But so I'm gonna have Tawny sort of come just a little bit over here to be ready to run in if we end up getting pushed back this direction.
Excellent. All right, Zelly, we're over to you.
Okay, so I don't know. So can I do like a check to see what this creature is, or do I know what it is?
Absolutely. You could give
Okay.
me a Arcana check or a Nature check if you like.
Okay, my Arcana is better.
Oh.
5. Does a 5 tell me?
No, it does not. You've never seen something this horrific before in your life.
Okay, well, it was mean, so it's gotta go.
All right.
They are gonna do.
Now remember,
Can I not move through?
You can move through allies. It is difficult terrain to go through an ally's square.
Okay, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
There you go.
Okay, and then if I wanted to get up on the box, that would be difficult terrain as well.
So we've got a table here, and then these are shelves.
Oh, they're shelves. Okay, so could I stand here, like between the shelves?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay,
cool.
And then they're gonna be like, okay, first of all, rude. And we're just gonna do a little firebolt. We're not gonna go crazy. We're gonna let everyone get their hits in, 19.
That is a hit.
Ooh.
Cool. For 3 fire.
All right. So, Zelly, what is your? Do you have a an arcane focus or?
Yes, they have an arcane focus. It's a really pretty like black obsidian crystal on the end of their quarterstaff.
Amazing. So from this black obsidian crystal, this bolt of flame shoots out, hitting the creature, dealing only 3 damage, adding just another mild scorch to its breastplate, where similar to the scorching ray that hit it. This thing seems quite angered by this assault. Is anything else for your turn there, Zelly, or are you all right?
I'm all right.
Okay, that's gonna move us over to Bosede.
Okay. I need to. I looked up the spell and then I was like, oh yeah, I know what I need to know about this spell, and then I neglected. So she wants to cast Hunter's Mark,
Mhm.
and I believe that I need to be able to, see.
The
So I'm
target.
going to need to get a. If I go here, can I see into the room enough to cast Hunter's Mark?
Where are you? You're on the
Under.
same spot as Kavari there. You're gonna need to move a little bit forward because what you need is line of sight, and right now your line of sight goes through a wall. So you're gonna need to move at least 1 square forward to get that line of sight. Okay, so from there you can cast your Hunter's Mark. So saying some words of power, you've mystically marked this creature. So for the next hour, as long as you maintain concentration, you're going to deal an extra 1d6 damage. Okay. Would you like to... wait a minute, sorry. Let me just read this. That was your bonus action. So would you like to make an attack now?
Oh, I didn't realize that I also got an attack.
Yeah, so it's extra. Yeah, so it's extra damage on top of the attack that you make if you hit. So you've rolled it there. It's 2. So you're going to get 2 extra damage. You also have advantage on perception or survival checks about this target.
Can I roll, say, nature to know what it is?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, absolutely. Go for a nature check.
Okay.
18. That's pretty good. All right. So you recognize what this thing is, Bosede. It is a horror. It is an aberration. It is a mind flayer, an illithid creature. Although this one is shorter than the ones you're used to. It's like 5 feet tall, but it is without a doubt a mind flayer. And I'm just going to add a little mark to your token to indicate that you are concentrating on that Hunter's Mark. But you can go ahead and make me your attack roll.
Okay.
With assuming it's a ranged attack.
Yes, she's doing ranged.
Okay. 14 with the longbow. That just barely hits the breastplate and is deflected off of it harmlessly, unfortunately.
Okay.
And then if that's it for your turn, you'll need to move off of the square that you're on.
Okay.
Because you can't end your turn in someone else's space. There we go. Wonderful. All right. And we're just going to put this here, and that little blue dot is going to mean that you are concentrating on your divination spell. All right, that's going to bring us to the Mind Flayer's turn. I'm going to roll a quick die here.
Who will be the snack?
All right, well, you guys are in good shape. The Mind Flayer begins to rise out of the chair that it is in. Now, the ceiling height here in this room is 7 feet. But this Mind Flayer is going to rise up into the air and try to sort of move out of this room, which means that its path is going to look something like, let's see, something like this, I think. Let me double check its movement speed in this state. Yes, it's going to be 20 feet. So it is hovering in the air there. However, Char and Zelly, you can both use a reaction to make an opportunity attack if you so choose, as this thing hovers past you.
I'm stunned.
Oh, you are stunned, Char. I'm so sorry. Yes, you are powerless. Zelly, would you like to take your opportunity attack?
I would love to take an opportunity attack. Does that mean I can use my quarterstaff or?
Yes.
Okay. Could we say I have it in both hands? Like two-handed?
Yeah, I mean, you weren't needing to use your other hand for something else, so absolutely. Unfortunately, that's going to whiff.
7.
Yeah.
I do
All right.
have a -1.
Yeah. So this creature hovers in the air and levitates over to this spot. It is going to use, we're going to say, a dash action, which it is going to use to levitate to here. And then it's going to move 5 feet up off the ground. So it is now hovering in the air 5 feet above you guys. So we will do this 5 feet up. And as it hovers there, you all hear in your minds this pulse, and you feel the words inside you more than hear them audibly. There's actually no sound at all, so you only just hear this voice in your mind saying, "Assuming direct control." And all of the dwarves get up off the ground. And I'm going to need to make a initiative roll for them. But Char,
No.
I have some terrible news for you.
Oh my God.
I am going to need you to make a, let's see, what's the save here? An intelligence saving throw, please, Char.
I'm really glad I showed up today to be a pretty face. This is the easiest game I've ever been in. That's a 6.
No!
If any of you thought it was going to be anything different, I don't know what you were expecting.
I will say,
giving my inspiration, but I don't know
Don't.
if it's
Do not give that.
Yeah.
Do not do that.
I will also remind the party that there is a general inspiration point as well on the table that anyone can use at any time.
I'm not wasting that.
But Trevor, I do want to say thank you, because every party does need a character who's going to kick down the doors and go do the things that they shouldn't do. Otherwise, D&D parties just sort of stand around talking about what they're going to do forever.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. The stunned condition has been released on you. Now, you are under the control of the Mind Flayer. However, the way that I do PCs who come under, a charm effect or something like that, is I let that player continue to play their character just within the bounds of...
Oh, you need me to go into DM mode?
Yeah, just within the bounds
I'm going to mess these players up. Let's do this.
Of stuff. So you received a telepathic command from the Mind Flayer. You also now inherently know, because you're telepathically linked to it, that this is Harbic Toravir, the brewmaster.
Hey guys, that Harbic, he's a really cool dude, way cooler than any of you. He's telling me good things about killing y'all, and you know what? Shing!
All right. So you've received a command to attack your fellow adventurers. I'm going to roll a initiative roll for these mind-controlled dwarves. Excellent.
I thought we were besties.
I mean, we still could be, but I mean, that's only if I bring you back from the dead. And I don't really know how to do that, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, that is going to be the end of Harbic's turn. So that is going to move us to Kavari.
Well, I'm not usually a frontliner. But we've just lost one of ours. And I feel so safe right now in my steel capsule of a body. So I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
If I do go to here,
Okay. Yeah.
will I still technically be flanking even though he's 5 feet up?
No, because if you kind of think of it in
Yeah.
3 dimensions, you don't have a line through to an ally. It kind
a
of would go
mountain.
up and then down. So you are not flanking from that position.
Do we, sister, do you think we can save these other dwarves?
Save them. I'm gonna make an intelligence check to see if
Sure.
she understands what's going on because she's not that smart. Yes, she does.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
So,
Okay.
Sister
That's
Edwina, you are, yeah, right? It's a critical hit with a -1. So you are able to tell as these dwarves stand up and their eyes are kind of glazed over that they are under the effects of some kind of psionic control, and that you will be able to break them free of it if you kill their psychic commander, the Mind Flayer. Otherwise, you can just indicate that you want to use non-lethal damage on them while you're fighting them, if that suits you. But taking out the Mind Flayer will then release them from its thrall.
So she'll say, "It's the squid. It's the squid controls them. Try not to hurt these ones, but take him out. They'll be fine when he's gone."
Okay. I am, because he's just 5 feet up, that means he is still within melee
Yes.
range,
Yeah, sort of diagonal up.
diagonal melee range.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take out, normally I would take out my cutlass, but I'm looking so fly. I'm gonna take out my fancy rapier,
Mm-hmm.
and do a jump and slash.
ooh,
We'll say.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
You can absolutely make that leap, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. A 24 is absolutely going to hit. So you leap up into the air and stab, thrust forward with your rapier into this thing's soft underbelly. Okay.
Get sneak attack because there's another individual
Oh.
within 5 feet.
That is correct.
This is my
Because of
first-ish rogue-ish.
So this is thanks to Besede and Sister Ed commanding this thing's sort of attention in all directions. You're able to get a nice sneak attack in, leap up into the air, stab it in the back for a total of 16 points of damage.
nice. Very nice.
Wow. Nice.
In and out. Wait, we can't save that though, right? Like it's too far gone?
What? Say what?
Zelly, you're the one who knows that you were the one who identified it as a Mind Flayer, I believe, so you could answer that question.
No, it was.
Oh, it was Besede.
Oh, Besede, sorry, that's right. I'm sorry, Rhiannon.
There's nothing to save. That's what's controlling everybody. It's not being controlled.
It's gone.
Okay.
I will.
Ooh. Someone,
what? Usually I would-
Dan has donated $15 to choose a plane of existence to open up. So
Oh boy.
when someone opens a portal, it'll be to a plane of Dan's choosing. Thank you, Dan.
Just kill.
Usually I would
Yeah.
like cunning action. But I'll stay right here. I'll help.
Okay.
Don't count on this always happening.
All right. So That's going to move us over to the mind-controlled dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And I'm just seeing if I have a message anywhere telling me what plane of existence was chosen, but I don't see it. All right.
Don't tell us. Don't tell us.
No, I'm not going to tell you. All right. So we've got a lot of these things.
Hopefully, there's just attacking with flagons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is why we should have looted the bodies first
Mm-hmm.
to get rid of anything that could hurt, you know?
Maybe
just
their
going-
slaps are as good as yours.
Hopefully.
I'm just going to move this mind flayer a little bit off to the side. It is hovering above one of these dwarves. But, you know, I want you guys to be able to see what's going on. So the dwarves move in, and each of them seems to be holding a club
Ooh.
that they have risen up to attack you guys with. So the first attack is going to come for Bosede, and you are being flanked. So this attack is going to have advantage to hit you.
My browser crashed, so it'll take me a second to open my character sheet.
Oh, okay. Well, it's an 8, which I'm pretty sure won't hit you regardless, unless something's gone real bad with your build. I think you're probably safe from an 8. A second attack with advantage is going to come your way, Bosede.
They have advantage.
Yes, they are flanking her. And so they have advantage on these attacks. That is a 14 to hit,
14
which
is my AC.
meets it, beats it. So that's going to hit you. And you are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is Besede buried under somebody?
She is right here,
Oh,
Yeah.
surrounded by dwarves. A bad situation to be in. Okay, so 1, 2, looks like 2 have gone. So 2 more dwarves are attacking the ranger. Unfortunately, she's
Yikes.
right in the middle of them.
I don't see Besede. I only see the
Right here.
Yeah, that's Besede, the one with the ghost wrapped around her head.
Nope, that's Kavari. She's over here. Right
Oh,
next
that's
to
not-
her is with the green hood. That's Bosede.
That's weird. That's not what it shows
Yeah.
on my screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
reload the
yeah.
page.
Yeah, just reload roll 20 and it should
Oh, okay, gotcha.
figure itself out.
Why does
Uh,
one of this other one have advantage?
Sorry, Tori, I'm just... Yeah, so this one does not have advantage. So I'm going to just use these rolls for the 2 more attacks that are coming. So one's a 13, which will not hit her, and one is a 21, which will hit her. And so you are hit flat with another club by one of these dwarves for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And then Halimian, Kavari, and Ed are getting 1 hit each.
Oh, okay.
Aha! I have received what plane it is, and I'm not surprised. All right, so Halimian, this one's coming at you.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit your AC?
Not right now, it doesn't.
Aha! Platinum skin for the win.
Ding!
All right, and one is coming at Kavari. Oh, with a nat 1. This dwarf raises the club up, swings towards you, and when it hits your steel skin, Kavari, the club snaps in half.
Wow.
What do you think would have happened if I flexed?
I will take this moment to say that the character art for Halimian and Bosede was done by Robin Slack, who did the art for the adventure. And his art is all over the character sheets if you get the PDF of this adventure. The character art for Kavari was done by Tori herself. Now, I have one last person to attack, and that's Edwina. Oh, and that's another nat 1. All right. Ed, do you have a shield?
No, but she's got a holy symbol that's a what would it be? Nope. I'm sorry, I'm blanking.
Tankard.
No, she's a life cleric. So
The brew.
I'm sorry, I don't.
That's all right.
The brew of life.
The brew of life. Okay, it's a tankard. Yes,
All right.
she's a brewmaster. She blocks it with that.
With the tankard, and this club just shatters on the tankard. And some of you who are nearby, Ed, could swear that tankard just pulsed with divine light for a moment.
Ooh.
Baranar shining through.
Absolutely. All right. So that's going to bring us over to you, Edwina.
Edwina first looks over at the flying squid and says, "You get down from there." And she casts a spiritual hammer up next to it. It's a spiritual tankard. It's a big tankard.
Excellent.
And that thing gets to attack as it is cast. So here it goes.
That's going to hit.
It smacks. Did
21.
it roll the damage also, or shall I
No,
do
just
that?
press the word spiritual hammer there in the chat and it'll roll damage.
10.
There you go, 10 damage.
Bam!
Nice.
Stay down.
Okay.
And then I can do a cantrip too, so I'm going to light up that spiritual flagon with brilliant sacred light, and flame will come shooting out of it. Does that hit? 14?
Sacred Flame is a...
Oh, it's a dex save.
Dex save, right? Okay.
Is that the damage from it? No. I must have rolled it. No. I set it up to roll. No, that's not the damage.
Let's see if I've got this. All right, that is a failure.
Well, yeah, take a point.
Ooh, 1 point of radiant damage. Okay.
All right.
The this mind flayer dwarf gets hit by this sacred flame and falls to the ground.
Nice.
Stay down. Edwina's also gonna step back, not taking a. Hopefully, she's still gonna stay within threatening range of the dwarf, so she doesn't take a opportunity attack. But she just wants to step back.
Okay.
Oh, one last thing. Sorry, she's gonna
Yes.
shout through the door. Shepherd, what are you doing in there? Come give us some help, will you?
Okay. So the mind flayer falls to the ground with a thud, lying prone. And you all see it sort of twitching. This radiant flame that hit it has kind of like microwaved its skin. And there's this awful smell coming off of it. And you think that perhaps it is dead, except for one of its tentacles, which, being prehensile, reaches into its collar, where it removes a small vial of red liquid and smashes it, and pouring into its mouth is a common healing potion.
Okay, that's cheating. So, like, I know I've read the book 1 through twice, and I'm pretty sure that's
but boss monsters have all kinds of fun things, like legendary actions.
Yes.
AKA cheating.
One legendary
right.
common healing potion.
One
Yes.
legendary common healing potion. It is unconscious, or sorry, not unconscious, prone on the
Right.
ground. And that's going to move us over to
Char, I think, probably has to go.
Char. Yeah.
We're alone in the room together, Char.
Yeah, and Char is gonna go, he got his sword, he's gonna go running, jump off the table, and scream his battle cry that he thinks is really cool, but totally is enough. I've got dragon blood, y'all! And is gonna go for an attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an attack roll. I'm gonna give you, actually, Char. Give me an athletics or acrobatics check for this jump on the table and leap off maneuver first.
The 13 for the athletics.
Okay, I'm gonna give you advantage on this attack roll, so you can roll again, see if you crit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
I do not. I got the
Okay.
same thing, actually.
Same row. Wow.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's not in Char's repertoire. So, yeah, he's gonna do some damage.
So that does hit. Yeah, 18 hits my armor
So that's
class.
4 points of slashing damage from his longsword.
Gotcha. Just holding it one-handed.
Yeah, he's got a shield.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Excellent.
Oh, can I hellish rebuke?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got a 17, though.
Dodge.
Did it go through?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, because it's asking me what level. 1.
What's the no, so he beats the deck save.
yeah.
Hellish Rebuke's
But
a
I still take
cantrip?
half damage. No, it's
Oh,
it's a reaction.
It's a leveled spell, so you take half. Yeah.
Yeah.
So half of 18, it looks like.
Yeah, so 9
Sweet.
damage.
Sweet.
Mhm.
I can't do damage on the on roll
I will
20,
do
so he should be down 19 hit points now.
Oh, okay. Very well.
He's at 9.
Yes, he is.
And when that
looking
happens,
great.
Char's just like, that wasn't nice.
You know I don't like being touched.
Yeah,
like
but that Squidward dude's really cool, and I want him to like me.
I want me
All
to
right.
like you.
Char, if your turn is over, you get a saving throw, an intelligence saving throw at the end of your turn. To
Oh,
break
who's
out of the
ready for
mind
some
control.
comedy? That's a 9.
Womp womp.
You're getting smarter.
I'll be honest, that is better than I
That is
expected.
better. Yeah.
I do love that like the rolls against the players were really high. The roll as a player was really low.
I won't take it personal.
Okay. Halimian, we are back to you. I am going to
Okay.
remind everyone that, of course, upstairs is the Planescape beer that nobody has tried yet. And downstairs in this barrel here is the barrel marked horse elixir, if anyone wants to
Wow.
take a chance.
Holimian would be interested in going for the horse elixir, but there's a mind-controlled dwarf in the way.
That's right. You're going to
So-
have to take care of that.
So Holimian will instead see that the creature, which even Holimian, based on ancestral knowledge, kind of knows is a mind flayer, even though they don't know much about what that is.
Mhm.
They will say, "Oh no, you need to stay down," and we'll cast magic missiles, which will arc
Nice.
over
Ooh.
arc over my allies and the mind control dwarf, and
Excellent.
bonk.
That's
on
exactly
its way.
what we need.
So here we go. So it's going to be 3d4 plus 3, since I'm sending all arrows that way.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's a
Ouch.
12 points of damage.
All right. So these, yes, these magic missiles just pummel into the mind flayer, and it sort of wheezes and dies.
Oh,
And as it does so, the mind control is released on the dwarves and on Char. and we are out of combat.
As soon as Char is under control again, he drops his sword and shield's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry."
Really hurt.
He offers to give you a hug.
Yeah. Hug. Like,
He's like, "I'm sorry."
Are the other dwarves fully conscious now and snap out of it?
Yes, you see that all the dwarves are kind of like shaking their heads, slowly snapping out of things, slowly regaining their free will. You could approach and talk to one of them who, if you like, but they're all sort of, what was that?
Well, one of them has a mountain lion that's just kind of going like towards its leg.
Ah!
She kind of waits and stops and gets the command. It's like, and she steps back.
What is that beastie doing in here?
What
You were
happened?
attacking me.
Oh,
What's the last thing you remember?
well, the brew, the purple rocks. We were doing a taste testing of it, and we thought, something seemed a little off with it, but we weren't quite sure. And Harbeck, he insisted he tasted himself before any of us. And, well, he seemed a little strange. After that, not quite himself, but all right. We went back to work, and, well, 7 days later, he turned into that thing you see on the ground. And he sort of let out this thing in my mind. And that's the last thing I remember.
Did you all drink from the purple?
Oh, no. Once he drank from it, we could tell that something was contaminating it. So he told us to leave it alone until he could figure out how to strain out the contaminant. Told us all to leave that room alone and he would take care of it himself. That was sort of one of the strange things we thought.
Oh,
Well.
Char.
I'm sure it's fine.
But didn't you say you felt something swiggling?
Slithering
In the
is the
back.
difference.
Hey.
In the
You're
back
gonna
of your
need-
head?
Come here, lad. Come here, lad.
We may need to kill Char.
no, I think we just need to do an invasive head surgery.
Oh, look.
And while his head is thick, I do think
It
we can
is.
find an implement that could cut through it.
There are several holes in the walls of my family house because I kept falling downstairs.
Okay.
Like a
so
pit bull.
Could I?
Okay,
Do you
even
feel
if
it?
he dies, he'll still be with me.
Do you feel
Ooh,
it
that's
in there
ominous.
now? Do you feel it in there?
I mean, to be fair, Char doesn't feel a lot in his head to begin with. Does he feel anything squiggling around in there? Or sorry, slithering around.
Why don't you make me a constitution check to see how sort of in tune with your body you are in this moment?
That's a 6.
Yeah, you don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Seems good to me.
Well,
One of the dwarves says, well, as Harbeck wouldn't let us in there to take a look at it. We might want to, well, do that now.
Yeah, sure.
I think we should pour poison into it and just be
That wouldn't
done with that
make a good
beer.
beer. That seems like a bad beer.
We don't serve it to people. That's the thing.
No. Do not serve this to anyone.
Mm-mm.
So some of the dwarves start moving into this room, and anyone who wants to kind of examine things can come with them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, for sure.
Edwina's gonna pour herself a tall, if no one's looking, horse elixir. Because that
Wonderful.
seems to be the only keg with a tap that
That's
doesn't
right.
do something, ridiculous to
Okay.
a person.
So Zelly, you've come in here. Char, you've come in here. One of the dwarves goes, oh, huh, this is the mug he drank out of. and points to a fourth mug that rolled under the table here. Otherwise, there's only 3 mugs on the table in this room. And kind of like shows it and goes, "Huh, he must have dropped it where he after he drank it." Anyone who wants to look and examine the barrel can make me an investigation check.
I'm not rolling an investigation check, but Char does go as a barrel.
Excellent.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not gonna bother.
All
that's a nat
right.
20.
Zelly, you can see that there is a school of tadpoles swimming around in the barrel. Each tadpole's about 2 inches long. And you had the Bosede, you had the good nature check earlier. So you'd be able to, if Zelly, tells you about this, you'd be able to confirm that these are elithid tadpoles, the larval stage in the life cycle of mind flayers. Our second milestone, if we hit it somehow in the next few minutes, is at $750. Any infected player characters will instantly transform into a mind flayer. So if anyone wants to make that happen for Char in the next few minutes, that we got to get from...
As long as I get to control said mind flayer, I'm down.
Absolutely. We got to get from 530 to 750. So be generous.
So and I did look it up because I was like, I wasn't doubting you. I was just like, is it a school? And I am disappointed that a group of tadpoles is called a school. I feel like we could have got a little more imaginative with that one, like a flag of tadpoles. That sounds funny.
Bosede can explain that these tadpoles enter a humanoid's cranium and then grows slowly over the next few days as it devours the host's brain. And once the host's brain is fully
hungry.
Yeah, that once it's fully devoured the brain, it attaches itself to the brainstem of the humanoid and becomes the new brain. And after 7 days, the humanoid body changes form and becomes a new mind flayer.
Would it surprise you if I said it? I feel like this isn't the first time this has happened.
I think
Char's been through something like this before.
Char's going to transform in 2 days. Forget 7.
There's not enough brain.
There's not enough brain.
Yeah, let's be honest. I mean, Char believes in himself a lot, and so like I feel like he even believes in himself in doing seramorphosis faster.
One of the dwarves is very alarmed by Bosede's explanation, and says, "Do any of you know how to stop it?"
Well, first let's kill all these.
Yeah, let's kill the ones in the barrel.
Let's go ahead and just murder these little...
All right, while you guys are thinking of the best way to do that, Sister Edwina takes a swig of horse elixir. And Sister Edwina, you feel strange.
Sister Edwina has disappeared.
Yeah, Steven stepped away right as you started to say it.
Oh no. Okay, I will save the description of what happens when Steven returns. Someone will have to let me know.
The map has a spoiler for it.
So I have a thought. So we could drink like the portal beer, or like pour the portal beer into the purple worm. Not purple worm, that's a different thing. Into the tadpole beer, and then just let them little buggers get sucked up to wherever that portal goes. And then it's not our problem.
I mean, I'm always a fan of things not being my problem, so.
I mean, you'll still be a problem, but...
I was just thinking we should, like, heat it. Like, cook them.
Oh, that too. I just like the idea of...
Oh, I think, aren't they subterranean creatures?
Typically, yes. Bosede can tell you that they typically dwell in the Underdark.
Would sunlight harm them?
Not particularly. They don't really... Radiant damage isn't going to do the trick. Steven, I see you're back.
Yes.
You've taken a swig of the horse elixir.
Yes.
So you feel very strange as your legs grow fur and your feet transform into hooves.
Oh no.
And suddenly from your backside, a whole second back emerges and another set of legs and hooves, and you have been transformed into a centaur.
Oh, this is everything I ever
and,
wanted.
and not one of those pony Feywild Ravnica centaurs, a full-on Faerun large-sized monstrosity centaur. And you will now find, if you go to the journal, that you will now find under player characters a version of your character sheet labeled Sister Edwina brackets horse elixir, which will now have your new centaur stats and centaur abilities in it.
Oh dear God.
Oh.
But the party is brainstorming ways to kill all these illithid tadpoles in the brew, but maybe that discussion is somewhat interrupted by the sudden transformation of your dwarf cleric into a centaur cleric.
I think like we turn and it's like, hey, Sister Ed, what do you? Oh.
Well, blessings of Baronar on everyone.
I cover my eyes.
Char looks out and goes, would you wear a backpack on your back or its back?
2 backpacks.
Yeah.
She's looking at herself, and she's a bit well, at least I'm not made of metal.
What's
You look
wrong with
great,
that?
honestly.
Yeah.
This is a good look for you.
Oh, actually, but like, what if you did drink that one and then you'd be like a giant metal horse person? I mean, I feel like that's got to be at least 2 steps up, right?
She's gonna like take a couple steps, try out this new body, and say,
Yeah.
I think this might work fine. I think I'll be knocking things over back at the convent, but
because of
That's
her
fine.
size,
Well-
if she let you, one of you could ride her.
I
don't even think of it.
I
Oh, no, I
was
already
about
did.
to ask. I was about to ask.
No, no one's riding me yet. Oh, for God's sake.
Sister, if these effects aren't permanent, you may want to make sure you're in a position where you can conceal yourself when you change back. I think your clothes were a little ripped during your transformation.
Oh. So what, does she just burst out of her armor?
So anything you were wearing on your torso is basically unchanged. So all of that's kind of still there. But these horse legs have definitely sort of ripped through whatever breeches you might have been wearing, and boots and so on for this horse body.
It's like the boots are still on. They're just barely on.
She's gonna kick those off.
boots with the fur. Yes. Thank you.
I think maybe the goddess will have some use for me in this form.
Yeah.
Is there a way, regarding the tadpoles, is there a way to drain the liquid while keeping the tadpoles in the tankard and basically just let them shrivel up?
One of the dwarves explains that, like, Harbeck said he was trying to find a way to do that, but, well, we don't really have a good way of draining this out.
Charles just goes over with the sword and starts stabbing into it.
Okay.
Sure.
Stabbing into the barrel, produces some holes, and
Oh no,
it
not
starts
the barrel,
pour-
into the
into the liquid. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just stabbing
Cool.
tadpoles.
It's why
Wonderful,
we're not
wonderful.
stopping him.
Yeah.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
excellent.
We're letting
Okay,
him have
You
fun.
all keep talking. I'm gonna make some progress of some sort.
Dwarves, question. Where did you get the tadpoles?
Well, you see, we in brewing the beers, we
Mhm.
used we just used water from the water deep wells.
Okay. And then how come there's not? I assume you use that water for all of your beers, but not all the beers have tadpoles.
Right. I'm not sure. They must have been contaminated somehow. We might.
What are the
have a
other
saboteur.
ingredients here?
So they can tell you that this was a sour. They'll list off some ingredients. Tell you what they used. It might be that one of their ingredients was contaminated, perhaps.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe they were trying to like, oh, we found this new exotic ingredient to make beer with. Okay. So it's just probably
No.
a contamination of a normal ingredient.
Yeah.
We investigate or insight as to which ingredient might have been contaminated?
At this point, now that it's all brewed, it would be very difficult to make that assertion. All right, so how would you guys like to kill these tadpoles, other than the one at a time, sword into the water sort of method?
I mean, he's making progress.
How deep is or like how high is the liquid level?
Like if we were to wade into it?
No, I'm thinking of casting a flaming sphere.
Oh, I see.
Nice.
And just letting it boil away.
Yes, so you could do that. Flaming sphere lasts a good chunk of time.
Yeah, it does.
So I think if you want to cast flaming sphere and basically just set it to like boil in there, it will probably do the trick.
All right, so I will do that. I will go over it, and I will just consult my book, bring out the items I need, the components, and I am basically mesmerized by my reflection for a moment, and then I drop the sphere. I cast the sphere, and this big, like I think it's like about several feet wide ball of flame just starts hovering over.
It's 5 feet wide. It's a big
it's big. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cook away.
Yeah. So that's why it's going to do the trick. You're concentrating on that for the next minute.
Yep.
While the tadpoles are being burned away and killed, it doesn't really matter that much at this point, Halimian, but I am going to give you a point of inspiration for that, because I always like to reward outside the box thinking, as it were. Does anyone want to try out horse elixir or one of the other beers?
If he says that elixir is what did it, Char is downing that.
The horse elixir?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Zelly wants some portal beer.
He has so many questions about how a centaur works. Like he wants to know firsthand.
Yeah. So Char, you experience a similar transformation. This horse legs and back sort of ripping out from below your waist, transforming you. You're, between 6 and 9 feet tall now. You probably weigh 1,000 pounds.
And then he has this realization and he goes, somebody get me the metal beer. I can't turn into a mind flayer from metal.
No, you would just be a metal mind flayer. No, someone get him the metal beer.
Also sounds cool, though. You're not making this sound less cool. I could be a metal mind flayer centaur. That's so cool.
All right.
Let's
I want some portal
beer. Portal Zelly opens up.
Okay.
That'll also help, right?
Oh dear.
So if you want to go up to the portal room on the second floor, which is right above the mind flayer tadpole room, by the way, and try that out. Don't. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
This room is right above the mind flayer tadpole room?
Yes.
You think there's some correlation behind this causation?
If there was any dripping of portal beer into the other beer, maybe a portal opened up.
All right, Zelly, you're taking a swig of this stuff?
Uh-huh.
All right, it tastes like caramel and citrus. This is a pale ale. And Dan purchased a plane of existence to open. So a portal opens. It is a sort of bluish color, and this stream of water starts splashing down upon you in like a torrent. And the portal closes after a moment, and the water that fell down upon you, it swirls up around you
Uh-huh.
to become a water elemental.
Are they hot?
It looks sort of like a kind of whirlwind of water, just sort of standing there.
So yes. Okay.
Okay. And this thing seems very upset about being deposited here, and moves to attack you.
Oh dear.
Okay,
But-
please don't.
You now have centaurs with you, and so as the party launches into combat, we are at 10-2, the end of our session here. So we're gonna play a little bit to let the centaurs try some stuff out, I guess. But I'm gonna say that basically, if combat doesn't finish before the end of the session, we will call it at the end of the session here, because this is really more of an aftermath situation now. So everyone click your tokens, and well, first I have to clear the thing. Okay.
I was
Everyone-
really hoping it was gonna like open to hell or like some type of party portal.
So-
This is not
Party
the party
portal.
they wanted.
Everyone can click your token and roll initiative for me, please.
I have no
Oh,
idea to
you
get to the
you've gotten
centaur
Wet
sheet, so I'm just
Wild?
rolling normal.
Yeah, just roll normal. I can tell you a little bit about your stats.
It's okay. I'm not worried about it.
Excellent.
Oh,
Okay.
Typed wrong.
I got a 1.
$13.
Very wet tiefling. They're very upset.
Yes, you are soaked.
Oh, there's 2 of them?
No, I'm just rolling for the dwarves.
No, I'm just looking at the 2 tokens.
Okay. Oh, there are 2 of them. That's weird. That shouldn't have happened.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay. All right. Bosede, you are up first as this happens. A lot has happened in a very short amount of time, Bosede. It's a little alarming between the roiling flaming sphere that's sort of burning up the tadpoles, the decision on the part of some of your more reckless party members to turn into centaurs, the water elemental that's now attacking Zelly upstairs. A lot's going on. What would you like to do?
Back up.
Yeah, that seems fair.
It'll let me. There we go. Let's go back here. Stay out of the way.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else other than the movement?
I mean, I could shoot an arrow at the water, but I don't think that Bosede would shoot an arrow at the water. So, no, nothing.
Fair enough. Okay. Then that will move us quickly over to... Oh my gosh, I have too many Roll20 things going on. The dwarves. One of the dwarves on the lower level by the contaminated beer says, sounds like your lass upstairs has opened one of the portals. By the sloshing sounds like a water elemental.
No.
He looks down at like the club in his hand and goes, I don't know as this is going to be much help. But we can try. And the dwarves are going to start trying to make their way to help Zelly upstairs. They've only got a 25-foot movement speed, though, so,
Yeah.
it might take them a while to kind of get over there. But, they're trying their best. Okay, that moves us over to Kavari.
So I think I'm still downstairs.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go can't exactly tell who's downstairs and who's upstairs right now.
It's a little tough. Yeah, it's a little broken. But you are downstairs. You've entered into the room with the shepherd and the shimmering portal.
Are water elementals worthy?
He looks at you and he says, "No, but all of you are if you wish to come somewhere where you can get a long rest."
Does Sister
Can I
Ed
roll
hear
an
that?
insight check on him?
Yeah, absolutely. You can roll an insight check.
Kavari's like, worthy of what?
Okay, you get the sense that this person, Drogo, has never lied in his life.
See, boring.
Huh. I'm gonna cunning action dash.
Okay.
And where are you going?
Up the stairs that way.
Got it. Okay, moving
Yeah.
on.
Now, I think Halimian rolled a 13, so I think Halimian.
Oh, I missed you.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Okay. So now I'm assuming Halimian still needs to concentrate on this burning spear. I imagine this is all going on kind of roughly at the
Yes.
same time.
Yeah,
So
you got it.
Halimian is like when one of the dwarves says, "Oh yeah, probably opened a portal of water." Halimian looks utterly disgusted. I'm like, did she have to do that now? I have to stay down here. So Halimian just like, and just goes back to concentrating on the burning sphere.
Okay, it is the water elemental's turn. It is going to sort of say something in this sloshing kind of voice. I assume no one here speaks Aquan.
Zoom also didn't let that language go through, so
So this thing is going to attack your friend Zelly.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay, so it's going to just slam into you with the force of a wave and do 17 bludgeoning damage.
That's fine. I'm still up technically. Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Burn the water.
Yeah, roll it.
Ooh. Okay. So it's got
19 does
That'd be
hit. Roll me damage.
Well, it's a deck save.
no, it's a deck
Oh, it's a
save.
deck save.
Yeah, it's a deck
I
save.
understand.
But it'd
Okay,
be
sorry.
19. Yeah.
Yeah. 19's what I got to beat here.
No.
Oh, that's a
Wow,
nat 20.
Yeah, war
So-
elemental. They
So
have to do
half
dexterity.
damage. So
Yeah.
half of that is going to be 9. So that's going to look like this on that health bar.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How does that thing look
Mm.
stronger than the squid?
Edwina, the centaur, what would you like to do?
Well, I don't know. Can she fit through a door?
She can. It's difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right into battle, sister. Right into battle.
She's gonna
Now you
Send-
have 50 feet of movement.
okay. She's gonna send her spiritual hammer. It can go 20 feet, and I guess it was last wherever the squid
Yeah,
was.
hovering. Yeah.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's gonna be right about here,
Got it.
and she'll just go barging through
Mhm.
and get around to this side. Oh,
Okay.
she doesn't want to step in the pond though, but around here, and she's gonna spin around and kick both hoofs into it.
Okay. You'll need to get upstairs for that to happen.
Oh, it's up.
unfortunately.
All right, no,
Yeah.
then she's gonna go right here and cast Sacred Flame instead.
Okay,
She can
great.
see it up there, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Okay, so
Uh,
I'll make the deck save, I believe, right?
right. Ah,
A 19.
yep, that'll go.
So-
That'll do it.
Okay.
Right. I'll draw the hammer so we can move it around.
I didn't
or
get.
the
I just
flag.
realized now I didn't get Char's initiative roll.
it was.
But it was a
10, don't worry
6.
about it. Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
sorry.
6.
It's a 10. A 10. Okay, Char, go for it.
Char's just gonna chill.
Okay, very good. Then Zelly, and that'll be the end of our game.
Yeah.
All right.
So Zelly's gonna pop one of those healing potions we got.
Yep.
Because
Seems
they
like a
only
plan.
have 1 health point left.
Mhm.
And then that's a bonus action.
That is a full action, unfortunately.
Okay, since
Baldur's
it's the
Gate
last
3
turn,
has spoiled us all.
yes, and I've been playing quite a bit. But I'm gonna use the inspiration that we got,
Mhm.
and then spider climb my beautiful behind away.
Ooh.
Wonderful. And so, as Zelly does so, with 2 centaurs in the party, a water elemental raging, a bunch of dwarves hoping they can help, and a Deva with a open portal to Elysium waiting, you are all still engaged in a battle at the Berserk Brewery. Thank you all for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So fun.
We hit $530 for this game, which
Excellent.
means that for the overall Dungeon Scrawlers goal, we are currently sitting at $1,760 out of
Great.
the $3,000 goal. So we are over halfway. So we're looking very good. Thank you all for playing. We're going to go around and talk about where we can find all of ourselves online here as we sign off. Thank you to everyone who donated. It really means the world to these children who are at these hospitals. I'm going to bring this volume down there. Okay, great. So I've been Ben Rowe, the Dungeon Master of this game. You can learn more about what I do by going to calgarycinema.org if you live in Calgary and want to know more about what the Cinematheque does. Or if you're interested in horror movies, you can head to screamscenepodcast.com, where you can listen to our horror movie podcast, where we watch every horror movie ever made in chronological order and then rank them from best to worst. If you want to find my adventures, you can find them on the DMs Guild. And if you really liked this and want to see things that I'm working on that I haven't quite published yet on DMs Guild, including player races and monster conversions, you can always join my Patreon at patreon.com/DungeonMasterBen. And if you just want to talk to me, I am almost always on the Dungeon Scrawlers Discord. Rhiannon, where can people find you?
Hey, I've been Rhiannon Held, and also I write under RZ Held. So one of the things on my Extra Life page in specific is that you can get any one of my ebooks free. So that's the end of my Silver series for urban fantasy, and then any of my space opera novellas. So lots of good stuff there. And also I will give you a curated list of other books other than mine that you might like. And I know some people are always looking for good new authors. So check that out. And I'm on the socials at Rhiannon Held and rhiannonheld.com.
I've read Rhiannon's space opera series, the Amsterdam Institute series. It is fantastic. If you like Halo or Mass Effect, but you want them to have more centered female characters and great romances, check them out. Steven.
Hi, I'm Steven. I am here on Wednesday nights, and you can find me playing Sturge.
All right, Trevor.
I'm Trevor Bettis. I'm the writer for Alchems of the Forgotten Realms. You can find me on Fearful Symmetry on Wednesdays and on all the social media dystopia places at the Trevor. There's an A hiding in there.
Ken.
Yeah, hi, Ken Hart. You can find me on Instagram and Threads at Ken Hart Writer. You can also listen to my Doctor Who podcast, Prepare the Time Lash at preparethetimelash.com. And if you're so inclined, feel free to check out these new Doctor Who Magic the Gathering sets that I worked on. Very fun stuff.
All
Thank
four
you
of
for
them
the
are awesome.
opportunity, and thank you for the contributions, everyone.
Fantastic. May?
Hi. So you can find me on these socials at Maybe Mayhem. So maybe spelled normally, mayhem spelled MAEHEM. You can also find me on the podcast my friend and I are resurrecting called Socially Plagued, where we complain about stuff. It's where most good pods are casted. I will also be here in Quadrilateral for Dungeon Scrawlers this all the Mondays in November. And if you want to see me in the GM seat, I will be GMing a fun game over on Critical Misses on the 7th, 14th, and 21st of November. And thank you again for having me. I've had so much fun, and thank you everyone for donating.
Thank you. Tori?
Well, as just a local Calgary freelance artist, you can find me on Instagram at Bumblescones. Other than that, I will be lurking in the shadows, playing too much D&D for anyone's comfort. Thank you guys for donating, and thanks for having me to play.
Thank you, everybody. The next game that's going to be coming up is a monster hit, Second Breakfast Club, which I believe Keith Amon, the writer of The Monsters Know What They're Doing and other books, will be DMing. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, fare thee well.